Hey everyone and welcome to the club. Today I'll be showing you how to draw a beef boss from Fortnite. Let's get started at the top of our page with the bottom edge of the bun. So I'm going to start on the left side. I'm going to draw a curve that goes up in the middle and then back down on the right side. Now from the ends I'm going to curve up and then in towards the eye. Starting on the left, we're just going to bump this out and start to pull that in. Do the same thing on the right, going out and then pulling that in. I'm going to draw the socket for the eyes. Starting on the left, I'm going to go in and then pull that up. Now let's close the top of the bun. We're going to take these 2 points and connect it with another curve, going up in the middle and then down on the right side. Let's add in the eyes. So I'm going to connect these 2 points with a half circle. Starting from the bottom, curve out, and then pull that back in. Now we're going to add the pupils on the outside. So it's an angled oval, starting from the top, just up against the eye. Do the opposite on the right side. Now we're going to fill the pupils in black. On the top left, we're going to add in the olive. So we start with a circle, starting from the top. Now on the left side, we're going to draw a smaller circle for the pimento. Now we're going to add in the stick. So it's going to be angled. So starting on the left side of center, we're going to draw a half circle. Now we're going to draw 2 lines coming down at an angle at the bottom of the olive. Let's add some sesame seeds along the top of the bun. So small little ovals. We can change the angle of the ovals. Just working from left to right. I'm just going to add 4 of them. Now let's work our way down the burger. Starting from the left side, I'm going to draw a curve coming down and in. Just a short curve coming in. Do the same thing on the right side. Now I can connect these 2 points with a curve for the top of the tongue. Going up and then back down on the right side. Let's draw on the sides of the tongue. Starting from that point here, we're going to curve in and then pull that straight down. Do the same thing on the right. Now let's close off the bottom of the tongue. Starting from the left, we're going to draw a curve coming down in the middle, then back up on the right side. Now we're going to stack the ingredients of the burger, starting with the tomato. Starting from the end on the left, we're going to draw a short line coming down, and we'll do the same thing on the right. Now we're going to curve down in behind the tongue, coming down and then in. Now we're going to add the layer of cheese. Starting from the corner of the tomato, we curve out and then down. Now we're going to curve this back up in behind the tongue, pulling it in. Now let's move over to the right side. Starting up here, draw a shorter curve. Now we draw a wave going in behind the tongue. Start by going up, down, and then up. Now let's add in the patty. Starting from the left side underneath the cheese, we're going to curve down, in behind the tongue. Now we're going to go over towards the right, curve around, and then up underneath the cheese. Now we're going to add the lower part of the bun. Starting just underneath the cheese, we're going to curve down, in behind the tongue, line this up on the right side, we're going to curve around, pull this up towards the side of the beef patty. Now that we've drawn the head, let's work our way down the body. We'll start the sides of the body first. Start from the corner of the tongue, curve out, and then down towards the hip. We'll do the same thing on the right side. Now let's connect these 2 points with a curve for the lower part of the belt. Now we're going to step up and draw that same curve for the top edge of the lower belt. Now we're going to step up a little bit further and draw on the top edge of the top belt. Let's add in the buckles. So we're going to leave a gap in the center. On the top belt, we're going to draw 2 straight lines coming down. Now on the bottom belt, we're going to step in, draw a smaller buckle. On the side of the top belt, we're going to add 2 lines coming down for the belt loops on either side. Now directly below the tongue in the center, we're going to add in the bow tie. We start by drawing in a square. Now from the top 2 corners, we're going to angle up and out. And then from the bottom, we're going to go in the opposite direction, coming down. Now let's connect the top and the bottom with a straight line on either side. From the top of the square, I'm going to draw an angled line going up towards the left and up towards the right. At the bottom of the bow tie, we're going to draw two straight lines coming down towards the belt. Let's add a couple buttons. One small circle on the top and then one at the bottom. Now on the sides of the bow tie, we're going to add in the collar. So about halfway down this line, we're going to angle down and out towards the left and then the right. I'm going to pull this straight up underneath the tongue. Let's add in the shoulder strap. From the corner of the belt, we're going to curve in and then up underneath the tongue. We do that on both sides. At the top of the shoulder strap, I'm going to draw two straight lines, one along the top and bottom. We'll line this up on the right side and do the same thing. Now let's continue working down with the legs. In the center, we're going to step down and draw the lower torso. So we're going to draw a curve from left to right, going across. On the left side, we're going to step in, curve out, and then down towards the left heel. And we'll do the same thing on the right. Let's round out the bottom of the feet. From the left heel, I'm going to curve down and then up towards the toe. Now let's round out the top of the foot. Starting on the left, I'm going to curve up. I'm going to pull this down, aiming towards the heel. We're going to stop right about there. We're going to add in the strap. Draw an angled line going up and in, aiming towards the center of the lower torso. Now we're going to curve back out on that same curve. And we're going to angle down toward the top of the foot. Let's do the same thing on the right. Now we're going to thicken up the sole. We're going to take this curve, we're going to step up and just duplicate that. Now we're going to draw an angled strap on the inside. So along this line, we draw two angled lines going down towards the sole. We'll do the same thing on the right. Now just above the strap, we're going to add the shin guard. From the top corner, we're going to angle up and out. I'm going to draw a short line coming in along the top. Now let's angle down and in. A slight angle. Now we're going to pull this straight down towards the top strap. Now we're going to draw a strap on the inside. Along this line, we're going to draw two straight lines going across. And the same thing on the right. From the hip, we're going to curve the outside of the leg coming down on top of the shin guard. Starting on the left side, we'll curve out and then down. Let's add in two pockets. From the hip, we're going to step in, curve down and out. Now I'm going to continue these two lines coming down underneath the belt to the lower torso. So two lines coming down side by side. We're going to add a couple buttons, a small circle along the top, and then one along the bottom. We're going to add a curved strap going across the left thigh. So just underneath the pocket, curve down and then in, step down, draw that same curve. On the right side, we're going to add a patch. So it's an angled square. Start with a straight angled line, come down the sides, and then we'll close off the bottom. Now we're going to add some stitching. Just a short line going across the sides. Now we're going to move back up and draw on the arms. So from the top of the belt, we're going to step up, curve out, and then down towards the wrist. Let's go back to the left side and draw on the thumb. So it's a small half circle. Now we're going to connect the bottom of the thumb to the wrist with a curve. Let's do the same thing on the right. Start with that small half circle. Now we're going to connect the wrist towards the bottom of the thumb. Let's go back to the left side and add in the fingers. So at the bottom of the thumb, come down and then up. We're going to step back down, draw on the second finger, going down, then up. Now on the side of the second finger, we're going to curve out the third finger and curve it in behind the bottom of the burger patty. Let's go over to the right side and do the same thing. Draw on the first finger, second finger, and then the third finger we're going to curve all the way around in behind the bun. Now we're going to separate out the fingers. On the first finger, we're going to draw a curve coming down and up. Do the same thing on the second finger, and then the third. Let's move up to the wrist and draw on the cuff. Starting from just the top of the thumb, curve out and up, step up, follow that same curve coming in. On the left arm, we're going to add in the armband. Stepping up, we're going to follow that same curve coming in. Now we're going to draw an angled rectangle on the outside. Start with that short line, come down the sides, and then connect the bottom with a straight line. The final thing we're going to do is add a pouch on the left hip. In between the belts, we're going to draw a straight line going out, come down the side of the leg, and then we'll pull that in behind the leg. And that's pretty much it. There we have it. There's the Beef Boss from Fortnite. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Make sure you subscribe and send me your requests in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.